Going on, boys? AK40 Kevin here in the gamer heaven, and as you see, the Stormtrooper budget gaming PC based off a Dell Optiplex 390 is complete. I wanted to make this reveal because it kind of goes with the horror theme that's going on with Freak Week, as you can see by all the blood splatter, and the whole theme I went with was basically kind of a battle-hardened, battle-tarnished Stormtrooper that's been through some shit. You know, he's got a little PTSD, he might twitch a little bit, just basically the darker side of the dark side, I guess you could say. Because a lot of the Star Wars fans out there can probably tell you, a lot of the comic books, a lot of the books, like novels, they're pretty dark, pretty graphic, and you know, I kind of wanted to express that with this build here. Not to mention, every single custom PC build that is Stormtrooper themed, they always go with just basic black and white, and it's super sterile, it's super... There's no contrast really, and it's just really bland, it's really sterile, and it just looks too clean, if that makes any sense. It's always too minimalist, it doesn't have any unique twist or flair to it, so I decided to basically banish the boredom from it, and this is a Razer Lancehead Pro, I believe it is. I've had this gaming mouse for a while, I freaking love this thing. I basically two different tones of white on here. You can see I have gloss right there, then I have matte on the sides. Then after painting it, I scuffed the shit out of it with some light grit sandpaper to give it that look of like a Stormtrooper's helmet that's just been blasted apart, so looks pretty badass. And I think it turned out phenomenally. Now, speakers, I did something very similar. I taped off the edge here, so it's going to remain the stock color of black. Then I used gloss white here. This blood is actually 3D paint, so when you touch it, it's actually raised to the touch. And little Imperial logo there, another one right there. Did the same thing with this cheap-ass $10 Amazon special RGB controller. As you can see here, I think I did a pretty damn good job, if I do say so myself. I already had a lot of black and white things in the office, so it made the whole transition into the Stormtrooper theme very easy. I already have a two-tone white and black gaming chair. I have a Echo Dot that happened to be white and black because that's all they had at the time. There are 3 models in here. These are not action figures, they're actual Bandai high quality 1/6? No, that's not right. 1/16? I don't know what the scale is, but I had to build these bad boys from scratch. They took about an hour a piece because they come in like, I don't know, 130 pieces or something. So I'm pretty proud of the way they turned out. Looks pretty badass. Got this little RGB controller from Walmart. Did a review on that. It'll be in the description below if you're interested. Just recently got this curved Viotech monitor. It is a 32-inch. Then I got this kind of cheap generic brand 1080p webcam, which is actually really good for being a generic brand. Pretty proud of it. The quality's really good. It doesn't get hot. The light ring's pretty bright, and the autofocus and face tracking is actually pretty damn good. I've had this coffee cup for freaking ever, and I just don't drink out of it because it's kind of weird shaping. It's not like a very practical cup, but now that I'm doing a Stormtrooper build, I was like, fuck it, it's gonna hold my pins. So that's what he does with his life. Razer Nari Ultimates, best gaming headphones I have ever used, hands down. I have an initial unboxing and kind of first impressions video, but I'm going to do a dedicated full review after owning these for about a year, and just, I've done a lot with these and they are amazing. This little headphone stand they're on, I'm actually going to be returning this to Amazon and getting something else because, as you see, there's 4 USB ports, which is cool and all, but 2 are on the sides and 2 are on the front. I want to find one that has the USB ports all in the back because part of the reason I wanted to get something with additional USB ports is to plug in all my effect lighting into there so it can streamline the wires and I have better cable management. So, moving on. This bad boy here I think was from Etsy or Wish or one of those like cheap fucking South Korean product selling, slinging, plastic jabbing, crappy websites, and it actually looks really good. It has a remote where you can have it fade different colors and whatever. I just have it on red for Freak Week, as you can see. Then moving on down, this is hands down the best gaming router I have ever seen or owned. This is the Netgear Tomahawk or Warhawk or Jimmy John Hawk or something. I don't remember the name, but it's a freaking beast. It is pretty massive. I'm not gonna lie, it takes up a good amount of real estate on the desk, but whatever, it looks tight. Death Trooper over here is guarding it with his life, ready to shotgun and run. Then this is a Scentsy diffuser, so I can have some sweet scented oils to relax with. This bad boy, Amazon, the button's been kind of glitching out, but it has different colors you can scroll through, like red, purple, the usual RGB colors, all that good shit. Now, let's kill the lighting a little bit so I can go over some of the effect lighting that I have in here. So again, this thing looks freaking awesome. It's got that 3D effect to it. Scentsy thing, cheap from Wish. Behind the monitor, you've got some LED lights. These are actually getting replaced because they're kind of faulty. They've been glitching out and I've had them forever or whatever. So anyway, there is going to be LED lights behind the monitor here. Then behind the entire desk, there is some pretty high quality RGB LEDs back there that obviously have a remote, and you can also set it up to be sound reactive, so if there's an explosion or gunshots going off in the game, it'll flash a different color or whatever, which is just really, really cool to add another layer of immersion into your video gaming. These were too good to pass up. 2-pack of these coasters I think were like $7 or $8. Just fits the theme perfectly, and they're actually really good coasters. I mean, they don't slide around, and you know, they work. So good shit. This chair here, again, I'm going to do a video in the very near future of having an expensive gaming chair, i.e. a $400, $500, $600 chair versus, I think this was $80 on Amazon, and it has all the same features as like the Omega and all those other expensive ass chairs that you have to sell a kidney to afford. So I'm going to go over that. That is a rug made out of Wookiee pubes. Actually, I think it's your mother's back hair. I'm not 100% sure, but it's very nice on the feet when I'm gaming barefoot to just have that nice, you know, soft fur underneath me. It's great. I do want to get some kind of a footrest or foot prop for when like my legs are kind of getting numb or whatever. Down here, I have a Logitech subwoofer hooked up to the 2 speakers up here. I will have the exact model and a link in the description to what they are, but I didn't like the way the wiring is working, so I drilled a hole back through there to make kind of a wire pass through to make the wire integration a little smoother. Got my little Spectrum scrotum modem down here, then I got my Ring security system thing back there. There are 3 surge protectors. There's one behind there, one behind there, and then one behind the actual desk here. Moving on over here, there is a NVIDIA Shield in there, which I do a lot of retro gaming on, N64, Dreamcast, all the ones that are pretty hard to run, that the RetroPie here can't really handle, because this will do like NES, Sega Genesis, PlayStation 1, no problemo, but when you start getting into like Dreamcast and NES and stuff, or not NES, N64, you kind of need something with some more processing power, and that's what the Shield is for. The PS1 Classic, love this thing. The software is really bad from Sony, so I had to go ahead and jailbreak it and make it what it should have been from the beginning. So it's loaded up with pretty much the entire PS1 library, as well as a ton of little quirks and features that Sony didn't release. So that is pretty sweet. Now there is more stuff that's going on behind me here, but that's for another video when I do the full tour of this room. I just wanted to go over the setup here, the Stormtrooper build setup, because it's about to get all torn up. Not so much the peripherals, but that PC right there, just pretend it's not there, because there's some boxes over here that are about to get opened up, and I'm going to be building a gaming desktop from scratch. However, I am still going with that white and black Stormtrooper theme, so all these peripherals are still going to fit perfectly, and I'm not chucking out the Stormtrooper theme just yet because I think it's too freaking badass. So, hopefully you guys liked it. Drop your comments down below if you liked it, if you think it looks like a bag of ass, if you think there's certain things I could tweak to make it look better, or if you just want to, you know, give me an attaboy for my hard work. Alright guys, AK40 Kevin out.